Right, let's get some legal analysis now. We're joined by Ulrich Roux, founder and MD of Ulrich Roux and Associates. Ulrich, thank you very much for being with us. So the court case, this case in its entirety has been around forever. Will this help it move forward finally to trial?
Hi, good evening. Thank you for having me. Yes, well, it does seem as if the last hurdle has now been overcome by the NPA, and the matter is now ready to proceed on the 23rd of February, which is the date that it has been set down for the trial to start. So Thales brought an application for a stay of prosecution on the racketeering charge that they are faced with together with Jacob Zuma. The court considered the evidence which they presented, as well as the opposing evidence by the state, and ultimately ruled that the charges must proceed, that there is a prima facie case, which means on the face of it, there is a case that Thales needs to answer to. And accordingly, if they do feel that as they contend that they did not do anything wrong or did not commit any crimes, then they will be able to prove that in an open court whilst the trial is being run. So an interesting judgment, and certainly a blow to Thales, I would say, as well as to Jacob Zuma, because a court has already considered the evidence presented to it now in the stay of prosecution application and found that there is sufficient grounds for the trial to proceed. So on the face of it, definitely a proper charge for Thales to answer to.
Like you say, there's the encrypted facts, there's evidence. What was Thales' actual argument? What was it trying to say? On what basis was it saying that it didn't need to stand trial?
Well, the state is alleging that Thales was paying 500,000 Rand per year to Jacob Zuma in order for Thales to be awarded that arms deal, which this matter revolves around, a total value of that arms deal amounting to approximately 60 billion Rand, whereas Thales' involvement related to 4 frigates, which they supplied the South African Army with. They are alleging that there's no evidence to substantiate this. They are alleging that the evidence that the
Right, unfortunately, we lost that line. Sorry, Ulrich, we lost you for a minute or so there. Just backtrack a little bit and tell us about Thales' argument.
Yes, so they are arguing that the allegation by the state that they paid Jacob Zuma 500,000 Rand per year in order to safeguard the arms deal and their involvement in it carries no merit, and that they won't be able to prove that because they are relying substantially on evidence which was led during Schabir Sheikh's fraud trial, where he was convicted and sentenced effectively to 15 years imprisonment. The court evaluated that argument and found, well, the evidence is still valid, it is still incriminating enough, and it still presents sufficient grounds for them to answer to those allegations in an open court whilst the trial is being run. But certainly an interesting, ruling by the court. We have seen Jacob Zuma literally do everything in his power to try and avoid this trial from starting. He has deployed, tactics and strategy whereby he has simply just kicked the can down the road, brought application after application, and it does seem now as if there's no further interlocutory applications that he can bring, and he will finally have his day in court on the 23rd of February, barring any other new developments, which I think, for his sake, he's always said that he wanted his day in court, and he will prove that he had no involvement or fraudulent involvement in this arms deal. And I think, if he takes society into his confidence as well as the court, and he proves that, then it would serve him better than just trying to delay this matter around every corner, as he has successfully done for the last 10 years.
So let's just get this straight. As things now stand, in February, the former President Jacob Zuma, as well as Thales, will actually respond to the real claims around the arms deal, around alleged corruption. This won't be a side matter, no more side legal shows. They will now be on trial for arms deal corruption in February.
Yes, as things stand now,
All right, unfortunately, we've
lost to further postpone the matter, so that the matter.
All right, Ulrich, I was cutting you off because we couldn't hear you. Let me throw in a quick final question. What does it say about our justice system that it's taken years, that there have been delays, there have been spy tapes, there's been attempts to kick this out? Does it mean our justice system is strong, that everybody can go through the system and get a fair hearing? Or does it point to something wrong, that it can be drawn out almost to a point where you think, sure, does the evidence still stand? Well, so much time has gone by.
Well, remember that it is a very intricate and complicated matter. There is sufficient or substantial evidence by the state in order to successfully prosecute this matter. Unfortunately, there has definitely...
All right, that was Ulrich Roux, founder and MD of Ulrich Roux and Associates. Not the best line there, but saying that this does seem to be the end of the road in terms of attempts to stop the trial going ahead. That's set down for February. Let's recap tonight.